Wait, what? We back? Okay. Yeah, I'm back. It's been a hot minute. First quote unquote podcast. I don't actually know what this is going to be, but we got to get a crisp crack on the DC. Am I right? One sec. I'm so back. This is episode 1. I don't know what I'm going to call this. Maybe Talks with Mito. Mito will talk. Keeping Up with Mito. That used to be my original Instagram, and I think this is what I used to call my YouTube page. But I'm back. If you guys don't know me, I'm Demetrios Trinophiles, or just Dimitri. I actually just prefer Dimitri, so call me that. But I've been gone from YouTube for quite a while, and I've recently, over like the last 75 days, been posting on Instagram and TikTok, doing short form content. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of talking head, and it's been different. But I finally got over the fear of posting again. And today, I want to use this episode, day 1, whatever you want to call it, which hopefully I look okay, but whatever. I'm just going to roll with it. I don't even have a professional mic like that. I'm just using whatever video equipment I got. Might as well. But I just want to talk about where I've been, kind of the journey over the last few years, priorities, how they've shifted, how life kind of comes in, priorities have to shift. I kind of have a notebook over here. I'm just kind of glancing at it, how I let myself go, and the hardest part of getting back in shape. So those are the themes that I will be covering. So where have I been? Well, I moved out to Ottawa, did environmental engineering. Wasn't for me, and at the time, I bought a camera. I was doing YouTube. My last YouTube video I filmed, I think it was the vlog, the hiking vlog, and it was a lot of fun. And what ended up happening was I bought that camera and didn't use it again for YouTube. I'm not using that camera right now. I actually do video production for a living now. And that's kind of the funny part. So I ended up falling in love with the process of filming and editing, and it ended up transitioning into my full-time job. So now I work in video production. I originally started off doing, nightclub stuff, concert recaps. I actually toured with Ice Cube. And that was a really cool experience, and I thought that was exactly what I wanted to do for myself. I thought, this is it. I want to tour with artists, and I got a taste of it. And it looked like in 4 days I got 3 hours of sleep, 2 flights, 2 concert recaps delivered overnight. And it was a lot of work. And I'm not saying stuff isn't a lot of work. That's part of it. But what I am saying, it wasn't for me. And if you know anything about the concert industry, it seems really cool. And it is. You get opportunities that people dream of. And I'm not sitting here saying that it wasn't cool, and I'd do it all over again. I really would. But at the same time, it was a moment where it wasn't what I wanted. So I ended up dropping out of engineering. I was doing the whole freelance video, and I still do video production as a job, but now it's more corporate work. So I won't get into that because this is this video, or this podcast, I guess, this is what we'll call it. That's not what it's about, but that's kind of a glimpse. But during the pursuit of me being in video production, chasing my career, and then having a relationship, which at the time was long distance, now we're moved in, I'm actually engaged, and which is super exciting. Congrats to us. But priorities shift. As life goes on, priorities shift, and health and fitness wasn't my priority. You can have multiple priorities, but you can only have one priority. It's a thing at the top of the list. When I first got into health and fitness, it was for the reason of I wanted a girlfriend, I wanted a partner, because I hadn't had one yet. And I thought me getting in good shape, it would cause me to be flooded with, girls. And that wasn't actually the case. If anything, I probably attracted more guys because they'd see me squatting and they'd be creaming their pants. But back to my point, but as you get older, priorities shift. And you can only have one true priority, because you can have multiple priorities, but stuff's going to get kicked off the list if something else is a higher priority. So you have like your primary priority, and then you have your like secondary and so on. But health and fitness wasn't a priority for probably, I want to say 2 years, but it was probably longer than that because I ended up going into a graphic design program, and that was for 2 years, and it was an accelerated program, so it was 6 semesters in 2 years, and it was very interesting. It was actually a very good experience. It was a chance for me to just add to my toolbox with video production, because my goal was never to, you know, film movies. My goal was to do cool shit like the concert recap stuff and so on, and now it's more corporate stuff, but I still enjoy it. I love what I do. But I also love this. I love health and fitness. I love growth, and this is where I'm trying to take a direction of posting content. I'm just posting stuff that I care about, stuff that I enjoy, stuff that I enjoy consuming, stuff that I feel like I need to share with other people. And this is a space for me to do that. So a lot of it's going to be mindset, personal growth, motivation, how to get unstuck, how to figure out purpose, and just tying all that together, like anything just health related. Physical health, mental health, spiritual health. More so recently, I've been putting more energy towards my faith. But anyways, back to priorities and where I've been and all of that. So I went from 200 pounds at the best physical shape of my life, quote unquote, according to me. And I ballooned all the way up to 293. I was unrecognizable. I'd go over to people's houses and they didn't even recognize me. They'd throw some shade my way that I never appreciated, and I still don't. And it just goes as simple as cutting that negativity out of my life. And it's not because they take shots, but at the end of the day, if someone's going to be a certain way in my face and then talk trash behind my back, I don't need that in my life. So that's what I did. I limited my exposure to that. I'm not going to get into any specific details, but just we'll leave it there. And I let myself go for probably 2 or 3 years while I was pursuing my career in videography, video production. I wasn't working out. I wasn't making health a priority. I'd have late nights editing. I'd have late nights shooting. And I wasn't making time to go to the gym. I'd come up with an excuse, and next thing I know, I'm ballooning all the way up to 293. And when that process is happening over, let's say, 2 years, I don't exactly know the time frame. Let's say 2 years. It's scary because you don't notice it. You don't notice it right away. But as time goes on, you do notice the little things like getting off the couch is harder, putting on your shoes, tying your shoes becomes harder because you're bigger. You look at yourself in the mirror, you don't recognize it, how big you've gotten, but you see photos of yourself and you don't even know who that person is anymore. And the tipping point for me was I have no excuse of getting in shape. So I started the year off at 283. I'm currently 271. And it's been a good journey so far. I'm back in the gym working out. I can do 10 pull-ups. I can bench 315 for 3 reps. And it's not about that. It's not about me giving the stats because you don't care. And at the end of the day, it means nothing. But what that does say is I'm back on the right path. And I'm back on the right path improving my health and fitness. I actually brought my bike. So I moved a couple times. And I used to love biking. Now I'm back into it. I've done 2 rides this year so far, and obviously looking to cycle more. I'll probably go out for a ride tomorrow. Or maybe today. It's actually looking really nice out. Don't mind the window being blown out. I didn't feel like setting up lighting. Whatever. But This is the first time I'm doing this, so it might feel very scattered, kind of picking on a thought a bit, maybe not even fully finishing it, going back to it. So bear with me, and as time goes on, I will get better. I am trying to post one of these once a week. And yeah, but health wasn't a priority for me anymore. And I ended up ballooning all the way up. Now I'm 271. Been back in the gym, back biking, walking every day, doing the stuff that makes me feel like me. And over the last few years, yes, I've been doing my passion in video production. But the thing is, your passion's this big, and to actually do your passion for a career, because people say, if you do your passion, you won't work a day in your life, or whatever exactly that quote is. But your passion's this big. It's this niche thing. But you'll get, you need to find ways to get fulfillment from this big of a scope, not this big. So video production is my passion. What actually is that? Honestly, filming for myself. I get so much enjoyment from doing that. I've been getting so much enjoyment from posting again on Instagram, these short form content. It's just raw. I don't actually have to get any fancy gear out because no one cares anymore. It's just about getting your iPhone out, putting in the reps. And that's what I've been enjoying doing. And it's been really good. And I feel this sense of fulfillment again. But I've also come to realize I have a passion for growth. I have a passion for wanting to help people. I love the idea of just giving like free value with no expectations. I really do. So that's what I'm going to be doing. That's the approach that I'm going to be taking. Giving away free value, as much free value as possible. And that's the whole point. And if I can just help one person, if I can just improve one person's day, it's all worth it. Like, truly, it's all worth it. If someone can come across my page, if someone can come across this podcast, we'll call it, and they get something out of it, if it ignites something within them, it's seriously worth it. Because at the end of the day, you'll go your whole life not changing until... The problem with change is the pain of staying the same has to be greater than the pain of change, because change is scary, change is uncertain, and change is painful, and it hurts sometimes. And you have to be willing to do it. You have to be willing to step into the uncertainty, step into the fear, because fear is a mile wide and an inch deep. I think Higher Wellness said that. Heard on a podcast, I'm sure. And it's so true. When I started posting again, I literally recorded a video of me being like, oh my God, I just hit post. The fear of judgment's kicking in. I just hit post. But I'll come to find out that I'll have way more support than judgment. And it's so true. I have way more support than I even thought I would. It's kind of awkward. My knee just popped into the frame there. But I have way more support than I even imagined, that I even thought I would. I really do. And I've enjoyed it. And at the end of the day, people from high school, people from growing up know me and they follow me. Do they like all of my stuff? No, and that's okay. They can keep watching if they want. And if they really don't care about what I have to say, what I'm posting, they can honestly just unfollow. Because at the end of the day, I want to build an audience that actually rides with me. I want to build a connection that people care, that people get value out of what I have to say. And right now, I think I'm 15 minutes in. I haven't really said much. Maybe not quite 15 minutes in, because it was rolling a bit beforehand. But anyways, I haven't said much. I've just kind of been word vomiting, and I will get better at this, I promise. I had no structure for this today. I literally, just before hitting record, I wrote down 4 points, which were, where have I been? Priorities. I let myself go, and hardest part of getting back in shape. So we'll get there. Slowly. Just give me some time. Let me sip my DC. Cheers. Hopefully this looks okay. I didn't light it, so I don't know. I don't like it. The window's blown out. I'm probably dark. But whatever. We're rolling with it. I don't care. But anyways, there's no cuts. I'm honestly going to just upload it like this. I don't care. I might do a 2-cam setup in the future. I might actually light it properly. I'm not even lighting it right now. It's supposed to just be super low friction. But I hope you're sticking with me. I know it's probably been a tough listen, and that's okay. But yeah, I let myself go, ballooned all the way up to 293. It's been tough. Getting back in shape's so tough. Because what ends up happening is you're comparing yourself to an old version of you that you're not that version anymore. You have to let that version die for you to step into this new version of yourself. Right now, I'm trying to step into the best version of me. And I don't mean physically only. I mean physically, mentally, spiritually, how I treat people. What type of person am I? I'm trying to step into the best version of me. Dimitri 10.0, whatever you want to call it. I'm trying to step into that version, and that does ultimately start at my physical health. So that's a big priority this year. I'm trying to get in the best shape of my life. Last year, I tried to quote-unquote do that again. I didn't stick through with it. Didn't go to the gym. Ended up signing up for a Spartan race, 10-kilometer Spartan race. And it was terrible. 2 kilometers in, I wanted to quit, but luckily I was with 2 of my good friends. Shout out Aaron and Brendan. And they pulled me through it, man. And that was evidence that I need to build for myself, that no matter how hard something gets, I will finish it. I will follow through on my word. That's what it taught me. And it was really good. Sorry, but anyway, sorry, I got distracted by a text. And it was exactly what I needed. It was the wake-up call that I needed because it was so tough going into that untrained. I don't even know how much I weighed, man. I was probably like 280 something. It was a lot. It was painful. There was a lot of pain. But it was good. It was a good wake-up call. And after that, I had this like infection on my knee, and it was wild. That took like a month or so to clear up. My knee's obviously a lot better now, my leg. But it was good. Overall, I probably wouldn't run another Spartan race again, but I'm glad I did it. I really am. I really, really am. But that's pretty much letting myself go. I've probably jumped around so much. I'm so sorry if this is a hard listen. It's the first time. Bear with me here, folks. But hardest part of getting back in shape. Hardest part of getting back in shape has to be the comparison. The comparison of who I used to be, who I used to look like, how I used to look like. That's the hardest part of getting back in shape because I keep comparing myself, not anymore, but when I first started, I kept comparing myself to, oh, I used to look like this. I used to squat 585. I used to be able to run. I used to walk 20,000 steps, no problem, which I still love walking. Yesterday I got like 15,000 steps without even trying. Still get my 10,000 steps a day bare minimum for the most part. Some days I'm like, oh, I really don't feel like it, so I'll just get 8. But one shift I've had within myself is having a solid base, a solid foundation. Having a solid foundation for yourself is everything. Too many times people set ceilings. Too many people have these expectations that aren't realistic at a bare minimum approach. And if they don't go all out and they fall short that one day, they end up quitting and they lose out on so much progress. We're taking the bare minimum approach. What's the bare minimum you can do for yourself every single day, every single week, week in, week out, that will move the needle for you? Right now, for me, that looks like doing 3 workouts a week. I'm doing a full body split. In terms of legs, I'm just doing like knee recovery stuff because I've had problems with my knee and doing shoulders and back bias. Obviously, I'm doing some chest. But you get the gist. And then I'm walking 10,000 steps is honestly the bare minimum. I do end up getting 8,000 steps sometimes, and that's like, I literally just had such a long day of shooting, and it's like 11 o'clock at night, and I'm done. But I do make sure, absolute bare minimum, 8,000 steps. Yeah. And it's been good. I've stayed consistent. I've stayed really on it. I love cooking at home. I cook at home, but I do struggle sometimes having that fast food option, especially being out on shoots, out on the road. It can get tough, but it's just excuses, honestly. It's just excuses at the end of the day. I know I can do better, and that's what I'm working towards right now, is just really limiting the fast food. Not that I get it that often, because, man, like, this life's expensive, bro. This life's expensive. But at the end of the day, everyone falls victim to it. Everyone goes out to eat. Everyone has that thing that they spend money on. Not that I'm saying I'm spending a lot of money on fast food, because I'm really not. I love cooking. I cook at home, and I cook some damn good stuff. So I don't actually need to go out. But being out on shoots, getting that quick fix is oftentimes what ends up happening. So I need to just prep a lunch. But yeah, I think I've pretty well covered all of the topics. I think not in super in-depth, but this is just the first episode. This is the first podcast. I'm definitely going to do more. I will say one thing that is funny is I work in video production. So one thing that is funny is I work in video production, and so many people, as soon as the camera comes on, they get tripped right out, because what ends up happening is everything that I'm saying is being documented. Everything that I am saying. People can play it back, and then they end up tripping out. And staring into the lens talking is kind of weird. I mean, most of the interview stuff that we do is off camera, so I'm talking like this to someone that's just being captured. Or realistically, it'd be like this. Or, you know what I mean. Well, actually, it's filling in there. I'd probably have them. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But people trip out when the camera comes on. And this is honestly, I've been talking probably for 20 minutes. This has been fun, but different. Just talking to the lens, talking to myself. And I talk to myself a fair bit on my walks. Don't get me wrong. I chit-chat with myself. Boy, I'm getting dark, aren't I? Yeah. Whatever. Next time I do this, I'm going to light it. Yeah, I'm going to light it. I don't like how it turned out, I don't think. I'll see it in the edit. Whatever. It doesn't even matter. It's about imperfect action. Seriously, where people fall short is they think it needs to be perfect. At the end of the day, you need the MVP approach. You need to get it to the minimal viable product. What's the bare minimum? What's the imperfect action look like? Imperfect action is perfect action. You just putting yourself out there matters way more. It seriously does. And that's the approach that I've been taking with posting online, with posting short form content, just taking whatever approach I have. Like, I actually just got a haircut today, and that was kind of scary, because as a guy, you either get a haircut and you look good, or you're absolutely chopped for the next month. I think it turned out pretty good. I didn't even know what I wanted. It was long. Like, I had like lettuce. I was like, body's a duster, bud. I was a AAA beauty. I was like, yo, body. I don't even know where I'm going with this. Moving on. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks so much for tuning in. I think I'll honestly end it there. I could probably just continue chatting, but there's no point, because I have no structure right now for this. So I definitely want to talk on topics, different things, what's going on in life, things that I've done, things that I've been up to. Definitely want to do that. because it'd be fun. And I think you guys could get some value out of it. I went to the virtual UPW with Tony Robbins, and that was a very, very good event. That was really good. I went to Time to Rise Summit back in January, February, like end of January into February. That was really good. I will say, like, probably 80% of the value that it was in UPW was honestly just covered in Time to Rise. But at the end of the day, you're paying for that extra 20%, right? And there was the Dickinson's process. I think that's what it was called. Or Dickinson's, I forget. But that was crazy, man. I literally went from crying to, like, peak state laughter. Like, not necessarily laughter, but just peak state. Like, I went from crying. Like, the Dickinson's process was crazy. I went from crying to literally peak state. I couldn't even believe, because it was getting you to imagine your life, how it'd be if you continued these limiting beliefs about yourself and feeling bad for yourself. And what is your life going to look like in 10 years? What's the amount of pain that you're going to face in 10 years? What's your life look like? And now you feel that pain. You continue to feel that pain. That pain builds up. I was literally in tears. I'm like, I don't want this for my life. And then you snap out of it. Then you're in peak state. That's not who I want to be. I changed my story. I changed my beliefs. I changed my beliefs that I am enough. I changed my beliefs that I have enough. Because we live in a world where so many people don't feel enough because whether it was a coach or a teacher telling them they're not good enough, not making the team, whatever it was, at some point in your life you were told that you weren't enough, and then you end up having these self-beliefs about yourself that you're quote-unquote not enough, even though you are. You are enough. God put you on this planet for a reason. God put you on this planet for a purpose. You have a purpose, and you are enough. Just know that. I do truly believe that. Over the last few months, I've been growing my faith. It's been such a beautiful journey and experience, and how God moves. It's been really amazing. Maybe I'll dabble into that in the future, but everyone has a purpose. Everyone is enough. And at the end of the day, everyone has enough. We live in a day and age where it's consumerism. Everyone wants that new shiny thing. Everyone wants that new car. Everyone wants that new iPhone. You don't need it. The one that you have right now is good enough. And you have enough. You will always have enough. You don't need the new thing to give yourself more value. You don't need to tell yourself that you need something. Because you don't. You really don't. Anyways, I tried to sign off a bit ago, but just didn't. But I'll definitely make some more of these. Hopefully I'll properly light it. I probably shouldn't have gone against the window, but, like, here's the thing. This is a way better backdrop than my kitchen over there. So, I will light it next time. Maybe do a 2-cam setup. Well, if it focuses on me. Anyways. But, y'all. Peace.